What happens to your body when you quit smoking? Here's why you want to stay to the end of this video, because the information I'm going to give you in this video will help motivate you to quit smoking for the rest of your life. The simple understanding of what happens to us physiologically, according to biology and neuroscience, actually is a great motivator to help you quit smoking for the rest of your life. So you want to stay to the end. And I'm also going to give away 5 free 30-minute phone consultations with a link at the end of this video. You simply have to cut and paste that link, and you can book yourself right into my calendar for that free 30-minute phone consultation. Also, if this video is useful to you and it helps you quit smoking and it motivates you, please share it with others. Spread the information, like it, that helps me, and subscribe to the channel and click the notification button so you'll know when I post new content.
So the big question is, how do smokers like us beat the odds and quit for life? How do we quit with no craving, no withdrawal, and never ever have a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again? That is the question, and this channel is designed to give you the answers. My name is Ted Bradley. Welcome to the secret to quitting smoking for life.
Okay, what happens to our bodies when we quit smoking? Okay, the benefits start almost at the 20-minute mark. Okay, there's one catch. Smokers, myself as a former smoker, we often go 20 minutes between cigarettes. But what happens is when you quit, you not only get that 20 minutes, but you get additional effects as you continue to go. But it's just good to understand it. So the first thing that happens is our heart rate returns to normal, because nicotine is a heart stimulant. It causes our heart to beat on average 6 times more per minute, okay? So the real thing that I think from the science you need to understand is when we smoke, our body releases different chemicals, okay? 2 that are important to understand that affect us in the first 20 minutes. If you're a nurse and you watch this, you know I'm not pronouncing them right, okay, are epinephrine and norepinephrine. They are vasoconstrictors. They cause our blood vessels to shrink. Guess what happens when our blood vessels shrink? We become more susceptible to heart attacks and strokes, cardiovascular disease. It's why smokers often die from heart attacks and or strokes, because this is what's happening every time we smoke. It's why you get cold hands and cold feet, okay? Now, forget the 20-minute mark. Now we get to the 2 hours. Now we're starting to see other changes in our physiology, okay? This is where the cravings begin. Cravings are real things, okay? Cravings and withdrawal are not the same thing. We're not going to get into the science of that. That's not the point of this video, but this is where you will experience cravings. And it will experience itself as like moodiness, drowsiness, tense feelings, anxiety, difficulty sleeping. Why? Because one of the other things that smoking nicotine does is it stimulates the pleasure sensor in our brain and causes it to release dopamine. Now you're not smoking anymore when you typically are, and your brain goes, where is the dopamine? So we get these side effects. They're actually real, okay? You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you that you experience these things, okay? Now you make it to the 8-hour mark, okay? Now we're starting to see other changes, okay? So the carbon dioxide clears. What does that mean? Okay, here's what it means. Inside our blood, we have a type of blood cell called a red blood cell, okay? It oxygenates our blood. Carbon dioxide, when we breathe both in many things. 2 of the things we breathe in are oxygen and carbon dioxide. But when we breathe them in, they compete to attach themselves to our red blood cells, okay? When we smoke, we're inhaling all that carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide wins, okay? It attaches itself to the red blood cell. What does the red blood cell do? It knows it's poison. So it basically expands, it grows larger, it becomes irritated essentially, okay, that it has carbon dioxide attached to it. So that's what's happening. So now, here you are. You are having a vasoconstrictor, which is what cigarette does to you, making your blood vessels smaller so you can't get as much blood through them. And you're irritating your red blood cells, making them larger. Guess what happens? Your blood clots, you get strokes, you have heart attacks. That's what's actually happening according to the science, okay? So that's important to understand, okay? 8 hours. Okay, we haven't heard a lot of whole good news yet, but don't worry, it's coming. Okay, you get to the 24-hour part and you notice that your coughing increases. People who do my program successfully, they say, why am I coughing more? Right? It's because your body's healing. Okay, our body goes through 3 basic cycles in our life. Birth, which is basically growth. We get into our 20s, our body starts to cope with our lifestyle. We get a little bit older in our 50s and 60s, and our body starts to die. When we smoke, okay, it basically tricks our body because we're taking in all of these toxins and chemicals into the stage of death. It's why smokers prematurely age, why they look older, why their skin yellows and grays. Well, it's one of the reasons why your skin yellows and grays. But that's what's actually happening biologically in our bodies, okay? We are putting ourselves into that death cycle at a cellular level in our body, okay? So when you hit the 24-hour mark, your body goes, wait a minute, I'm not getting these chemicals anymore. Wait a minute, I'm 50. I should be in the coping phase. So it starts to help you. So all that's really happening is it's helping you remove the toxins from your body. That's the coughing and the phlegm is, okay? When we smoke, the tar actually damages our taste buds. Our taste buds start to come back. It suppresses our taste and starts to kill the taste bud. So they start to come back. It starts to regrow after 24 hours. Starting to see some good news now. 48 to 72 hours. The nicotine at some point is completely gone from your system. Okay, your nerve endings start to regrow. This is where you get the highest growth rate of your taste buds. It's why we gain weight when we smoke. Smoking is an appetite suppressant, and 2, your taste buds regrow when you quit. Okay, so you don't have the appetite suppressant and food tastes better. What do? We eat. So all quit smoking programs have to have built into it something to deal with weight. It's exactly what we do in my program. Okay, so let's move on. After 72 hours, okay, our nicotine withdrawal peaks because the nicotine is gone from the system. So our brain goes, now we're into the mental game. This is the hardest part. This is where most people fail. It's not because of the addiction. It's because of the mental game. Now our brain is going, where is the dopamine? Where's my dopamine, right? So we get cramps, we get nausea, we get headaches, we get these emotional symptoms, right? Like anxiety and depression. So all of the quit smoking programs that are really successful, okay, have to have these elements built into it. If you're just doing the patch, and you're just doing cold turkey, you are not armed to deal with these issues. It is why most people fail after 72 hours, because this is where the real game is. Okay, so 1 month. Now we get just into the good news, okay? If you can make it a month, okay, your risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease begins to lessen to almost a quarter, okay? You make it to the 3 to 9 month mark, okay? There's a wide range here, and here's why. Because when we do scientific studies on smokers, we're talking about every ethnicity, both male and female, and we're talking about almost every age group. So of course, we're gonna get a wide range. So you're gonna be closer to the 3 month mark if you're in your 20s, you're gonna be closer to the 9 month mark if you're in your 70s, right? That's why there's such a range. Okay, so here's what actually happens. The cilia in our lungs, so they're like little hair-like structures, and their job is to keep the air that we bring in clean. It cleans it of toxins and particles and dust and things like that, okay? It actually cleans it. It removes the dirt, okay? Well, when we smoke, we kill them all. We literally don't have them. That's why the tar builds up in our lungs and we die of lung cancer, okay? Well, they come back. They regrow. That is great news, okay? And in this period, your coughing and your shortness of breath will end. You'll get your breath back and your coughing will end at some point. Again, 3 to 9 months, depends on your age and how long you smoke, but it will end. It does have an end. 1 year, your chances of heart disease, of dying from stroke and heart attack, literally cuts in half. You are now out of that high risk group. 1 year, that's it. How incredible is that? It's a testament to your body's natural healing abilities. Okay, 15 years, okay? If you quit for 15 years, the younger you are, okay, it will be like you never smoked. But you see, I have a note here, not quite. If you are older, if you're in your 50s, your 60s, or your 70s when you quit smoking, you may have permanent damage, like damaged vocal cords, okay? So it may not be like you've never smoked. For most people, it will be like they never smoked. But here's the good news. Even if you have permanent damage, it's usually minor and your life expectancy still increases. The average smoker, when they quit, okay, they gain 14 years of life back. So of course, if you're 75 and you quit, you might gain 4 years. But if you're 75 and I said, I can give you an extra 4 years with your grandkids, is that a huge win? Is it worth quitting? Yes, it is, okay? So use this information. This is what happens to our body. These are the stages it goes through and what actually happens when we quit smoking. Use this to motivate yourself to quit smoking. Okay, use this to propel yourself forward, okay? And again, if you want to reach out to me, please do. You can. It's not hard to find my email. It's on my website. You can direct message me, okay? Take advantage of those free 30-minute phone consultations I'm giving away for free. It's in the link below. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button. It simply just tells you when I have uploaded new content. And I upload new content twice a week, all designed to help you quit smoking for life. Thank you so much for listening. Blessings, and I wish you the best of luck.